think for me, one of my very first line managers when I started out my career told me that I should always approach everything with caution. I think that is an epic fail, and actually you should approach everything boldly and almost set out to fail, try everything, move quickly and learn from your mistakes. And I think that's the approach we're taking at WordBank now is, just move fast, try things, see what works, see what doesn't.
I think I won't name names, but in a previous company I worked with, the managing director said to me, Matt, why do you always ask questions? It makes you look like you don't know the answers. And at the time I was young, and that kind of affected me a bit, but now that I run my own company, we employ about 37 people, I now realise how absolutely useless that advice was, that you have to ask questions and continually question yourself and question people around you in a good positive manner, because that's the only way you're going to learn and adapt.
That all business is good business. I don't believe that. I think there's some business you should walk away from because it's just not a fit, doesn't work in your market, or you can't satisfy the customer and come up with an excellent customer representation.
The worst advice I've been given was we should have a Facebook account. That was the worst advice, and I never took that advice. And I think that I was advised that by at least a dozen people who are very senior in marketing.
I've worked for a lot of large companies, and I think you tend to get institutionalized. So it's making sure you know your own mind a lot and where you want to go in your own career, rather than listening all the time to the companies that are trying to perhaps brainwash you into becoming part of their culture. And it can happen where you end up just towing the company line rather than doing what's best for you.
Honestly, I don't know. The worst advice, probably a silly one, would be, have you tried switching it on and off yet? That always seems to be the default for our tech guys.
If you don't succeed straight away, then give up, because there's no doubt that sometimes you have to keep going. But I'll tell you something else that's also true. Sometimes you have to know when to give up, but you should certainly give it more than one try.
Pitch your price first.
Oh, ouch. Maybe spend some money on a very, very fancy car.
The worst advice I've ever been given is don't go for that particular organisation because it's too big for us.